Hello everyone and welcome to the midweek video on Tuesday, because I made all the content yesterday, but I didn't schedule my time good, and then I had to reschedule the video for actually a day later. So I'm going to do a bit of a weird thing. I did a set and I have to basically redo the set. And in this video I will rant a bit about this set, about Strixhaven and my D&D, because that is what this is for, and about Magic, because that is where it's from. So strap yourself in for a bit of a wild ride about a lot of topics. Let's start with the Strixhaven part. From all the players that I have, there is one character, there's one player, which is actually the one who has the least to do with Magic as far as I'm aware. And he made the most interesting of the backstories, or one of the most interesting backstories. He did the most research for the backstory. He looked at stuff. He actually looked at all the source material I gave the people, up to the point where in the first session someone was like, "Oh, there's a shining light, what could that be?" And he was the only one who was like, "I guess that is a snarl, what is like common here in Strixhaven, in Arcavius." I was like, that is correct, and a snarl is a, well, wild magic or a normal magic anomaly, something like that. And they are native to Arcavius, and the only character who actually got this correctly was the one with the least amount of knowledge about magic. The character of that player is a Karlov character, which I will get into in a second. And they actually they read the backstories at least to a point. They researched the Karlov family to a point. And in their backstory they were like, hey, I have this like, not sister, but like she's living with my family and she's like a sister. And she's also coming to Strixhaven, which I misread when I first read the backstory. I was like, okay, so there's the sister, which is there's stuff with her and whatever, and then there's a cousin in Strixhaven, but actually the cousin is it is his cousin, it is the character's cousin, but since they live as siblings, because she's living with the family of the character, it's basically like the same thing. So I was a bit confused, but we've sorted it all out. I reread it this time with a little bit of background knowledge, and now everything works out in my background knowledge in the story, and checks out for me. And yeah, I wanted to like the player gave me the freedom to design the character as I wanted, and I wanted to do a cool looking, interesting character. So I tried to do that, and I failed with this specific set. I tried to look. I looked up how Orzhov looks, what their kind of clothing style is, what they do. They are mostly clerics and stuff, and then I somehow ran into this set. I'm not really sure where I went. I mean, I know where I went wrong, but I don't know how I went wrong. So on the weekend there will be another attempt of me to depict the character more closely to what they are. They are a beginning 20s young woman with a sense of responsibility to their family. They will proudly present their Karlov heritage, but they're still a 20-year-old or beginning early 20-year-old who wants to explore, who wants to see more of the world, who wants to define themselves and their place in the world. So there's a bit more to the character going on than just like they're a Karlov and that's it. Speaking about that, here comes the excerpt into Magic the Gathering. So Karlov is a family from Ravnica, which has by now had 3.5 to 4 blocks. I say that because there's like Ravnica Remastered, which is not a story block, but just a, hey, we have Ravnica again block. There is like a lot of other blocks or another additional stuff they made for Ravnica as well. It's like one of the biggest planes by now. And the Kala family is part of the Orzhov guild, which is one of the 10 guilds that rule the world of Ravnica. They are basically the mix of a bank and a face system. So you basically, when you lend money from them, when you lend anything from them, you usually pay with your soul and or your body. So they take you kind of as an indentured servant for all eternity, which is their stick, and that's their thing. They basically enslave your soul and your body to a certain degree as their property when you make deals with them, which is not cool, but also kind of cool. And I will try to use that in the campaign, but more on that later. Yeah, when I designed this character, I wanted to have this aristocratic look, but also young and interesting, a little bit gothy, but not completely gothy, and I kind of went overboard with the gothy here. I mean, the set looks nice. The whole set looks great. I might be able to salvage 1 or 2 pieces here, but overall, it's not what I had in mind. So I will have to redo this, which I will do on the weekend. I do have a better vision now what I want to do, and we'll see how the whole thing turns out and works out. Yeah. The character itself, I have a lot of freedom designing her and also playing her as a DM, as an NPC. And yeah, I'll see how far she is involved in all of this, how she will involve herself. I will probably use her for 1 or 2 secondary quests or side quests whenever the groups like missing character and I need something to do for them. I will maybe use this character to give them something to do. I will try to get the character to sign some contracts, because it wouldn't be fun if there weren't any stakes. And we'll see how the people interact and react to her. But yeah, for now I have this design with long dress, corset top, jewelry, which you will see me do in a bit, and much of this feels fine, but it's actually not how the character would be, or at least not how I want this character to be. So I will redesign most of this set. Also, this is not really like the Orzhov have some kind of very they are clerics. They have this kind of clerical vestments, which I will try to show as well, but I'll see how I can show this, how I will do this. So yeah, this is basically the first attempt at a set, and I will keep it as a Goth Baddy hottie set, but I'm not really gonna use it for the character. Although I do have to say, the triple braids thing I did recently was perfect for this character, how I envisioned them. So I will definitely use that for her hair. It is at the render at the very end if you want to see how this one turned out. But yeah. This is basically yeah, this is basically all for the video. In the first version of the video I did rant a bit more, but I saved this in a wrong file format and it is gonzo. Yeah. Also, I'm working on getting my second 3D printer installed, so I will have hopefully a 3D print of this character to to paint. If I make this, I will make a video about this, definitely. But yeah, I have a friend who has the same printer as me, the same filament printer, and I'm finally getting down to installing the software and getting to look at the software and how this all works. So I will hopefully be able to print much more stuff in the near future, including this character and a few details for the maps. That's basically everything. I have a whole minute to fill. Yeah. I made basically this first draft of the character was made by also using AI tools. Basically just threw in the rough idea, the draft that I had in the AI tool, see what it made, and this is, I guess, where I went wrong, because I mean, most AI stuff don't know when I say Orzhov, obviously, which is a good thing. But yeah, this meant that I had to like work from scratch, and this is just where everything basically went wrong. I will have to see how to remedy that, and I will have the next one like drawn and drafted by myself without the help of any other tools. I do have a better idea how to design the character. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this one, and hopefully you have a chance to compare it to the better version on the weekend. But yeah, until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you guys around.